All right, this is the last slide, the very last slide of week 7, which is awesome because week 8 is Student Success Week, which means you get a bit of a break, which is really nice. One little reminder before we do that, the quiz is due on Friday, so make sure you do this week's quiz, quiz 4, by Friday before you go to Student Success Week. It's set up the same in Alex as all the previous quizzes. So let's look at the last one, okay? Again, this is the equation, and the previous slide showed an example. This slide, we'll work through this together. It's a very similar example, right? X, if you go back a couple of slides, is our protein concentration because that's along the horizontal axis. Our absorbance is Y because absorbance is along the vertical axis, right? And it asks us to use the equation to find the absorbance. What do we have for a sample? To find the protein concentration when the absorbance was 0.938. So our absorbance here is 938. Okay? And this is very similar to the previous one, 0.938. Okay? And we substitute that in. Right? Because what we're looking to find is we're looking to find our protein concentration, which is our X value. Okay? Here we go. So I'm going to have to bring this over. So I got 0.938 minus 0.8096 equals this. Okay? And then I'm going to have to do the subtraction there, and I could try and do it without using a calculator. But just 1 second. I think we'll use the calculator. I'm still here. It looks like 0.1284. 0.1284 equals, right? Okay. And you get a lot of these in like real world examples. In math we tend to use a lot of nice numbers, but you end up with a lot of decimals in some of the real world examples. We want to find X because X is a protein concentration. So we got to divide both sides by this number here. Okay? Because if we do that, that'll give us our X. And I'll be right back. You're probably not surprised I can't do this in my head, right? I got 0.30629770099. Okay. Well, how many decimal places should we go to? Well, that's a good question, because if I read the question, estimate the protein using the graph and calculate it exactly. Yeah, that would be exactly, but not really, because we're only going to 4 decimal places in our equation, which means our answer really shouldn't go to more than 4 decimal places, right? In fact, based on the fact that our absorbance one is only 3 decimal places, maybe our answer should go to 3 decimal places, okay? The question doesn't say exactly how many decimal places to go to, but since I substituted in for Y right here, since I substituted in for my absorbance to 3 decimal places, I'm going to choose to reflect my answer to 3 decimal places as well, and say therefore the protein concentration is 0.06, 0.306, right? 0.306. And that's it. That's it for week 7. Have yourself a great rest of the week and enjoy Student Success Week in week 8. Take care.